welcome to One Girl in All the World, a Buffy the Vampire Slayer rewatch podcast where we recap each episode in order and discuss. I'm Ashley, Buffy superfan.
Kimmy, Buffy newbie.
Almost not newbie. You can find us on all major podcast apps, YouTube and Instagram, with new episodes on Tuesdays. Okay, we are on episode 9.
I feel like I have more questions
Yeah.
than ever before. What are you doing?
Yeah, so Never Leave Me is the name of the episode. I guess I'm trying to look at this episode not with the lens of, like, knowing the whole rest of the season. But
how do you do that?
We get a huge reveal at the end. 2 huge reveals at the end.
At the end of this episode?
Yeah. Buffy realizes what the big bad is.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right. But I still have a lot of
There's
questions.
more to discover, for sure. For sure. Okay. All right. Never Leave Me originally aired on November 26th, 2002, written by Drew Goddard and directed by David Solomon, and the synopsis is: Spike is kept tied up in the Summers house as Buffy attempts to interrogate him. Willow bumps into Andrew, the remaining member of the trio, and drags him back to the house for his own interrogation session, run by Anya and Xander. Off in England, the Watchers Council seems to be falling apart, and no one knows where Giles is. Alrighty. Alright, so we start at Buffy's house.
They're trying
to put the house back together again, and they're kind of worried about Spike living there.
I mean, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're worried about Spike living there, and
Anya thinks William the Bloody is back.
Oh, yes, thank you. That's gonna be one of
Because I wrote the exact same thing in my notes.
I mean, Anya's really worried about that. Maybe he's just, William the Bloody is back. Yeah,
like, so maybe he's just come back. Maybe he's, like, pretending.
Yeah, there's a lot of, do we trust him? Yada, yada, yada. And then on the street, we see that what we were led to believe is Spike walking down the street with his boots and his black pants and his leather jacket. And then we pan up to see that it's actually Andrew.
Yeah.
Walking down the street. He has some, we've already seen this before, but he has some Spike envy. He, likes Spike. He, admires Spike.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay.
He's dressing like Spike. And then Warren shows up and says, we've got work to do, and Andrew says, it's not my fault, it didn't work. So we're assuming it's something to do with what they did with Andrew.
Yeah. Or you mean Jonathan?
Andrew. Sorry, yes, Jonathan.
Because, Warren morphs into Jonathan.
Yeah, because Andrew's I can't kill any more people. So I guess we're, filling in the blanks here that Warren wants Andrew to kill more people because obviously killing Jonathan, whatever that was, that ritual, it didn't work. So we have to, try again. Maybe need more blood or whatever. And Andrew's starting to be I can't kill anybody else.
Yeah.
I can't do it again. And then, Warren transforms into Jonathan, being you did me a favor. I'm little. I didn't have
it's not so bad. It wasn't so pain. It didn't hurt that much.
Yeah. And he's I'm little. I'm little. I don't have that much blood. I'm anemic. Is that your fault?
That was terrible.
But, he says, so we have to fix it because the ritual didn't work. And he's maybe we can get around you having to try to kill someone.
Which is interesting.
We can work around it. So up in Buffy's room, Buffy's tying up Spike. And, he's telling her to make the knots tighter because he doesn't want them to come undone.
Don't want to take any chances.
Doesn't take any chances. And then we go to the credits and we come back and we're in Wood's office. And he's dealing with kids that have, graffitied a wall or defaced a wall. And he said he's going to call the cops on them. And he kind of bluffs them. They're we don't care. He's fine, I'm going to call the cops and they can deal with you. And he's okay, we'll repaint it. But this gets interrupted by Dawn coming to the door and telling Wood that Buffy's really, really sick and can't come into work because she's been barfing.
Goes into detail.
And he's okay. I didn't need all that.
No, you can just say she's sick.
She was said to tell you that she's got stuff coming out of both ends.
There's no way Buffy would have said that.
No. Dawn is laying it on thick to try to get Buffy out of this. He's that's fine. Just tell her it's fine. We'll see her when she feels better. So Buffy's playing hooky for the day to interrogate Spike. So at Buffy's, she's on the phone. We kind of find out that she's on the phone with the council, with Travers, trying to find Giles. Can't find him. And Mr. Travers says he doesn't know. Ever since Giles kind of left Sunnydale and like essentially retired from being a watcher. They do not keep track of him. Like they don't know. And then he's like, we can look into it. Like he's kind of like annoyed by her. Like she's pestering him. And so he's like, fine, we'll look into it. She's like, okay. So they hang up and we see Travers hang up in at the Watchers Council and like there's this huge table and he says, but the Slayer doesn't know anything.
What does that mean?
And then they get up, he goes in front of this like map with like different sections, like different areas mapped out. And he says, we need to find Rupert Giles immediately. Okay. Yes, so what is that all about? Great. So at Buffy's, Spike is going through withdrawal from human blood. Which we did not see him do well, I don't know. Not in the same way. Maybe just weren't shown it. Like when he had to go, when he got the chip put in, he hasn't had really blood since
that's
then.
True.
But so he kind of vamps and is like snarling at her and everything because he's going through withdrawals. So Willow and Buffy talk in the hallway about how he's not really responding to anything because he's in withdrawals, and Willow kind of checks in on
kill Anya.
Yeah, she's like, we can get her blood. And Buffy considers it. She's like, no, we can't. And yeah, Willow kind of checks in on Buffy how she's doing in there with Spike and says she's okay. So Willow's going to get some animal blood. Going to wean him off of the human blood. Yeah. In the school basement, Warren is trying to get... The workaround that Warren came up with was that he's going to try to get Andrew to kill a piglet.
A baby pig. It's so cute.
We do not support this.
No.
And he's like, Babe 2 in the City was an underrated movie. He's like, don't think about Babe. Put that out of your mind. He's like, oh, I don't want to. But then... It is funny when he like lifts the knife, he's gonna do it. He's like, "That'll do, pig."
Oh, it's so sad.
So he's like lunging at this pig, and thankfully the pig is like
it runs away,
dodging and diving out.
No.
It's very like he's just throwing himself around the room, and the pig runs off. So Andrew completely fails. He's like, "Okay, we're gonna have to try to find another way to do this. Third time's a charm. Let's try something else." So then we see Andrew at the butcher. So I don't know why they didn't just go to this first. Yeah. Like kind of like go backwards. Like
I guess because it's not fresh, maybe.
I guess, yeah.
I don't know. Stupid.
You think that like if the human blood didn't work, fresh animal blood wouldn't work, and then not fresh animal blood. Like you keep like going like less potent and less powerful or whatever. Like, but I guess they're just doing what they can. So he's ordering like pork chops and this and that, and he's like also 8 bags of pig's blood, and he kind of like inserts that into his order. And then when he's getting ready to leave, he runs into Willow, who is coming to get Spike's blood.
Of course.
So he immediately runs in an alley. Willow's chasing him, trying to get him to stop. And then he's like, "Please don't kill me. It wasn't my fault. Blah blah blah. Like, and you killed Warren, so we're even." And she says, "I'm not gonna hurt you. Like, you think I feel like happy? Like, I don't feel good about what happened with Warren." And he just is like, "Whatever. Like, just please, like, don't kill me." And he's like, "I'm good now." And she's like, "Really? Why were you buying all these bags of blood?
Why do you need lots and lots of blood?"
He's like, "You're right. I'm bad. I am evil. I am bad." Like he's like crumbles under that one question. So at Buffy's, Willow brings him back there, and Anya and Xander interrogate him. So they tie him up in like Dawn's room, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
This is just like a police station. They have all these interrogations going on. And they're interrogating him, and
they're doing a good cop, bad cop.
They're doing a good cop, bad cop. Yeah, and Anya gets angry. She's like, "Tell us what you know." And she slaps him. And then Xander's like, "Whoa, Anya, okay, let's step out. Let's step out of the room. Like that's wild." So steps out of the room, and then in Buffy's room next door, Buffy is feeding Spike like from the bag of blood, so he's eating that. And then we go into the hallway where Xander and Anya are like, "Oh, that was so good. Like, oh, we did so great."
They're working together.
They're working together. And she's like, "I just felt like slapping him." So I did. Like, and he's like, he was like, "It was great." Like, they're so excited that, they're gonna get the information out of him. And they kind of fill in Buffy. They're like, "He's gonna talk soon." So Buffy goes back into Spike. He's more himself now, and he doesn't remember anything about killing those people. He's been losing time
For a while, he admits.
Yeah, he said everything's been wonky for him since he's got his soul back.
Yeah.
And she asks how. She finally like asks. Well, she has asked before, but she asks now, like, how'd you get your soul back? And he said he went to see a man about a girl. He made a deal with a demon. There was a legend, so he made a deal with a demon, and there were trials, torture,
pain and suffering
of such or something like that. And she's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Well, I've come to redefine pain and suffering since I fell in love with you."
Yep.
And she's a little offended by that. Yeah. But he says he has a lot of more insight on her now that he has his soul, because he can understand self-hatred now. And so he understands their relationship in season 6 much more, that she was using him and taking out her self-hatred
with him
by their relationship together. And she's like, yeah. He's like, well, now I get it, because as much as bad things I did and everything,
it's like he never hated himself.
I never hated myself like I do now.
Like as Young and the Bloody, he never hated himself.
Yeah. So like now I hate myself. Like now I understand like how you could have the self-hatred that you had. Yeah. So he understands it now. And then, so Xander comes in by himself to talk to Andrew. He brings him some water, unties him. He's like,
apologizes.
Sorry she hit you. That wasn't okay. That wasn't cool. And he's like, Anya, she's a vengeance demon. She tortures men. And one time she like ripped this guy's heart out and replaced it with darkness, and he had to go through his whole day, nothing with emptiness. He's talking about himself.
Yeah.
But, I mean, really, he did it. But, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was his own fault.
Yeah, stupid. And he's like, but then she also ripped out his intestines and rubbed them all over his face. And he was like, oh my God. He's like, wow, that's bad. So he's like, worried. You don't want to piss her off. She's a vengeance demon. She can do, like, really bad stuff to you. So then Anya barges into the room and attacks him and is like, tell us what you know. Tell us what you know. And Xander tries to pull her off, and she turns around, and as a reflex, she slaps Xander across the face, and then she's like, mouths, sorry, she got carried away in her role. Andrew is like screaming and carrying on during all this. So like Buffy hears all that in the next room, comes out to make sure everything's okay. And then when Buffy leaves, like the other Spike shows up and talks to Spike and says like, we have a problem. Because also, Andrew, while this was all going on, Andrew's like, I'll tell you everything you want to know. Until he cracks really, really fast, as we could imagine. And then she checks on them, and they're like, yeah, everything's fine. And then she goes back, and before she goes back into her room, she hears Spike talking to himself. And then he starts singing, like humming and singing that song that we've heard him do before. And Buffy knows something off. She goes in there, and he's like, hi, I'm fine. How are you? And she's like, who are you talking to? It's like, nobody. Just talking to myself.
Talking to myself.
And she, like, is very, like, wary. She knows something's off.
Yeah.
He says, oh, maybe I just want some more blood. So she walks over to, like, get the blood, and he vamps out and breaks out of the chair. Like, breaks, just, I don't know if they ever were going to keep him in there anyway. But breaks free, and then grabs, Andrew was on the other side of the wall about, like, telling them everything, in the process of telling them everything. And Spike punches through the wall, grabs Andrew, and then pulls him through the wall. So the whole wall has come through.
Yep. And he feeds off Andrew.
Yeah, he bites Andrew.
Yikes.
But before anything else happens, Buffy grabs him off of him and knocks him out. And Andrew's, I mean, he's bitten, but he's fine. He's like conscious and everything. Yeah.
Physically okay.
Yeah. And then Buffy, they're downstairs. Spike has been knocked unconscious. They're downstairs and saying that Spike just charged at the wall. Like, it's like he just shoved Buffy out of the way.
Yeah, but he didn't go for Buffy, which was weird.
Yeah, she was in the way. She wasn't, like, his target.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I've watched this show so many times, but, like, every time I rewatch it, I, like, realize something else. Maybe I should have realized this on the first watch. And you might have been like, well, duh. But I did not realize that Spike had gone for Andrew through the wall because the first told him to, because Andrew was telling them everything.
Oh, I definitely didn't connect that at all.
Okay, I guess I'm... how have I watched this show this many times and did not realize that was
I just thought he went for Andrew because, like like plot wise, he can't really attack anybody else. I mean, like it would be worse. Like Andrew's just like a casualty or whatever. I mean, he's not because he's fine, but like, it just made the most sense to go after him.
He would be disposable.
Yes.
Like, yeah, no, like when the first said we have a problem, he was referring to Andrew in the next room spilling the whole secret, all the secrets. So he triggered Spike to kill Andrew.
Okay.
And I cannot believe I'm realizing
that. I didn't realize. I didn't know what problem was.
Yeah, but if like it's your first watch, that's totally fine. But for me not to know it, I'm like, I was like, but to stop Andrew! Exclamation point! I cannot believe I didn't realize that. But she said she heard him singing the song, and so Xander says it's a trigger. That's how they make sleeper agents. So we're being haunted by something, but maybe whatever's haunting Spike is learning to control him, which is what we talked about.
Yeah, and there's like they talked about ghosts and being haunted, but like maybe it's something different.
Yeah, and
Spike's basically a bomb.
Yeah, and they're going to go into research mode and just
they have to diffuse him,
cover the gamut of what could do something like this.
Yeah.
So at school, it's night. Principal Wood leaves the office. He's just walking down the hall, and then he like stops
right by the basement door.
Turns. It kind of seems like something comes over him. Goes down to the basement. Just walks straight into that room where the seal is and sees Jonathan still laying there on the seal. So in the basement, Spike is shackled to the wall, and Buffy's like wiping the blood off his face. He comes to when she does that. And he says, did it hurt anybody? She's like, not really.
He took a bite out of Andrew, but he'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be okay. And she explains a theory that they've come up with that he is being triggered and controlled by whatever is going on. And he says that he wants her to kill him because he has no control over himself. Yeah. He's like, if I get loose, like, it's going to be bad. He said
she doesn't understand what he's capable of.
He doesn't understand what he's capable of. She's like, yeah, I think I do. He's like, you don't. You don't. You don't know the things that I've done. And he tries to bait her to kill him. Like by like trying to like relate it to Dawn and girls Dawn's age and things that he's, like all the kind of things that he's done, like his darkest things, because he wants to motivate her to kill him. And he says, like, why can't you kill me? Like, why can't you just do it after all this time? We know it's not love. Like, why can't you do it? And he's like, I think it's because you like men that hurt you. And she says, no, I don't hate like that. I don't, not you, not me, not anymore, not myself.
Yeah.
She says, the reason you're still alive is because I saw you change. You can be better. And she sees it and she believes in him. And yeah, so I don't think he's ever had something like that said to him before.
No. She recognizes that he risked everything to be a better man.
Yeah, he risked everything to be he faced the monster inside of him and fought back. Mm-hmm. And he can become better. And right when she finishes her little speech that she believes in him, the house is ambushed.
By these hooded figures?
Yeah. This is
they break in all over the house.
Yeah, this is the same. Yeah, this is a coordinated attack. And these are the same guys that have been killing the girls.
Right.
Okay. So now they're targeting Buffy and crew. So then we just go to outside of town, like kind of like a secluded area where Principal Wood is burying Jonathan, like out in the, I don't know.
So I got somewhere. That question incorrectly because I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, that's a crazy one. So Principal Wood is the one burying Jonathan. And then at Buffy's, I mean, everybody's fighting everywhere. They're coming through. Like, poor Xander.
Yeah.
He literally fixed that window, like, earlier in the day. Mm-hmm. And they busted right through it. They were coming through the doors. They're knocking everybody out. Like, it was just, like, everybody.
I like to say Dawn really held her own on this one.
She did.
She was kicking ass.
Yeah. Yeah, she actually, I said she really, like, she knocked one out. And then one of them runs upstairs and is going for Andrew.
Yeah.
Which makes sense as well, considering what we've realized. Yes. But Buffy saves him at the last minute. And then she's fighting upstairs. And so Dawn knocks one of them out. He comes to and attacks her, but then Xander knocks him out again. And it's funny, upstairs when Buffy's fighting them off, she uses Andrew to throws Andrew around at them, uses him as a weapon.
Yeah.
It's just really funny. And she kills the ones upstairs. They take care of the ones downstairs. And she's like, Xander says, was that all of them? I feel like there was more of them. And they like, oh no, like Spike's downstairs.
Yep.
So they run downstairs and Spike's gone.
He's gone.
So he's been taken.
It was almost like a distraction.
Yeah. I think the first was like, we need Spike and we need to get rid of Andrew. So we'll just burst through there. It's going to be chaos. And they failed at one and they succeeded at the other.
Yeah.
And then Buffy, this is the first time Buffy gets a look at them. And they have like, their eyes are all like carved.
She remembers them or recognizes them?
She recognizes them. This is a really important part. So do you remember, I'm sure you don't, but in season 3, Amends, the Christmas episode where Angel was going to kill himself. And he went up on a building and like, that was the first time that they had like snow in Sunnydale.
Okay, yeah.
And it like saved him because the sun didn't come out or whatever.
Yeah, I remember that part.
And he was having visions and stuff like telling him to kill himself. That was the first. And we knew that in that episode.
No. Okay.
And like the first is like kind of like minions were those guys. So Buffy had seen them in that episode. And yeah, so the first was talking in Angel's ear and like doing the same thing we see here, like manipulating people.
Spike. Yeah.
Well, Angel in that episode.
Yeah, and now he's doing it with Spike.
Yeah. So, well, everybody. Like he was trying to talk Willow into killing herself and stuff. So this is not the first time we've seen the first.
Okay.
So she remembers this. So that's how she realizes that they're dealing with the first, which the first evil.
And she said they were going after Spike all along.
Yeah, and obviously, and we said like Spike is it's been very obvious that Spike plays a large part in whatever this plan is. He's going to be a major player. So at the Watchers Council, they have been ransacked, so they have been attacked at the same time.
Yeah, a lot of stuff was stolen.
Yeah,
across several cities.
Yeah, and then they're getting reports from all over the world that they're like debilitated, basically.
Yeah, casualties.
Yeah. Travers says that their fears are confirmed. That is the first evil. So like now they are confirming that is the first evil, and that they need to mobilize. They need to like find out like what's left, who's left. They need to mobilize, strike back, and they're going to go to the Hellmouth. And then, boom, the whole building explodes, and I'm assuming kills everyone in the Watchers Council. That whole building explodes.
It's gone. Yeah.
Yeah. So nobody going to the Hellmouth now. All right, and then we go to the basement. The school basement. We go to the school basement. We're in a lot of basements in this episode, so we have to use which one's which. Other Spike is talking to Spike. So he is kind of like dramatic, and like the other Spike kind of says like, I just like this. Like, I know it's dramatic, but he puts him up on like kind of like it's not a cross, but puts him up on something, like ties him up or something, and he's like being stabbed.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Carving things into him. And then they pull him up. They like lift him up over over the seal
thing that Jonathan was on.
And he starts dripping.
Drip down.
Yeah, dripping down onto the seal. And then he the other Spike turns into Buffy. And Buffy says, I'm tired of being subtle. Like, I'm tired of the subtleness of all this. Do you want to meet a real vampire? And then the seal starts opening. And it has a real name, but we'll find that out in the next episode. But like what is referred to as uber vamp. So that like vampire that's like is like an uber vamp, but comes out.
The first or whatever? He's the first, right?
No.
Oh, he's not?
No.
Oh.
The first is not like corporeal. The first is like an entity.
Okay.
Not a...
Like a non-tangible thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So this creepy old vampire is just
something that they brought out of the seal.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course this vampire looks pretty gruesome.
Yeah, he's gross.
And insane. And that's the end of the episode. So I'm sure this vampire is going to be looking for Buffy pretty soon. End of the episode. The first is like that thing that's turning
like
into
a thing. Okay.
Turning into people.
How do you fight a thing like that then? Okay, yep. I guess we'll see.
Okay, so my favorite quote was, I was going to bleed Andrew, but you look better with your shirt off. So Buffy says to the other Buffy says to Spike.
That was a good quote.
It didn't, honestly, there wasn't a ton of good quotes I didn't think in this episode, so I had to find something. And then my favorite scene was that Buffy Spike went in the basement when he's trying to get her to kill him, and she tells him that he can be better and that she believes in him, and doesn't. Yeah, they just have a very honest conversation with each other. Yeah, so I think that was a good scene.
That was a good scene. I forgot to make note of my favorite quote, but
there wasn't a lot to choose from. I don't.
I say like there was some sort of quote, and I have no idea what it was, but like basically when Willow and Andrew were talking outside the butcher shop, that was just kind of funny. Mm-hmm. How she said she was like Death Fury or whatever. Mm-hmm. That was just kind of funny. So I love that. And then my favorite scene, was the same as yours. How Buffy's believes in Spike. He's redeemable.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
Yeah. We'll see.
Okay, so my stake rating was a 4.5. Your face. I don't know why. I don't know if that's like good or bad on your face.
Higher.
Oh, shit.
That's rare.
Yeah, I don't know. I like how it moved things forward to a degree. The big bad reveal was huge.
Yeah.
I think there was just a lot of like interrogations, and I'm just like, okay, you know, I don't know. I just felt like a 4.5 to me. Okay. But the revealing that it's the first is a big deal. Yep. The Uber vamp, kind of, this is the first time besides I'm just going to say their name because whatever. Those guys are called the Bringers.
The Bringers?
Yeah. I always call them, I try to like not call something a name until it's named in the show. But like besides the Bringers, that's like the only like show of like physical force that the first has done. So this Uber vamp seems a lot more gruesome than that. So I think it's going to make it a lot more physical and like a physical threat. Besides Spike, obviously it's used Spike, but and Spike has been taken. So,
we don't know where Spike is.
Yeah,
we do know where Spike is, but like the Scoobies don't know where Spike is.
Yeah. So what repercussions will that have? Yeah, I did. Yeah, obviously, like Buffy and Spike coming to, like, I don't want to say terms, but like,
almost
coming to. It's not even. They were interrupted for sure. Like obviously with the Bringers like bursting in the door and stuff, but they're kind of like, she's deciding on him, like what she thinks about him and everything, like where she wants to like go with this, like as far as like supporting him being a good person. And well, of course, Spike still doesn't believe that, but this whole part of that and everything. So yeah, I don't know. It just felt like 4.5. So
okay. I gave it a 4.6. Yeah, so not much higher, but I thought it was a really good episode. Yeah. Like the scene with the butcher shop with Willow and Andrew, I just thought that was really funny.
Yeah.
And then when she just brings him back to Buffy's, she just takes charge. She's like, okay, well, we're doing this. And then, like the good cop, bad cop scene with Anya and Xander working together. Even Dawn had her little kick-ass moment with those bringer people. It was a lot with the interrogations, but I just feel like it moved things along a bit. I feel like we didn't get a lot out of Andrew. Like, I don't really know what happened with that. Like, he didn't, I mean, at least while we were watching, we don't know what he said or anything like that. So I don't know what happened there. But yeah, Buffy and Spike obviously had a lot of forward momentum. She understands him a lot more, and he was really honest and transparent with her about things. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, the talk about the self-hatred and stuff like that was kind of hard, but honest. Yes. And finally, the reveal. I still don't I don't know. I'm trying to wrap my head around this first thing. Because I'm a tangible person. So for it to be like not tangible is kind of like, okay. Because it's like, oh, the creepy old vampire is the first, but no. Okay. That's not it. So.
No.
All right, cool.
That's just something the first was like, you bring this up to play out of the seal.
Okay. Yeah. This is something you have to fight. This is a part of the big bad.
Yeah.
It's almost like levels. We're like doing levels. This is level 1.
This is like, second degree minion. Bringers are the first, so then it's the second. And okay. All right, yeah. So that is Never Leave Me. Okay, so the next episode, Bring on the Night. Your question is, Buffy searches a term on the internet. I'm not going to say Google it.
Okay.
But what does she search?
What? I don't know. Oh, okay. I'm guessing it's not the first. Uber vamp? I don't know. I'm going to say Uber vamp, even though I know that's not it. There's no way I can guess this. I feel like this is an impossible question.
Well, yeah, most of them are supposed to be. They're just supposed to be fun.
Okay, fine. Let's go with Uber
Supposed
vamp.
to be non-consequential kind of like things. Even though I'm always like, who dies? I mean, that is, I tell you somebody dies. Okay, so we're going with Uber vamp. So that wraps up season 7, episode 9, Never Leave Me. Again, you can find us on all major podcast apps and YouTube and Instagram at One Girl and All the World Pod. You can also email us at onegirlpod@gmail.com. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back next week with season 7, episode 10, Bring on the Night. See you real soon.
Bye.